People, the picture that you see in front of you is a picture of Mr. Frank Artiles. He is a Florida state senator out of Miami, and the district that he represents is extremely diverse. This guy needs to go because he is a racist and he's also an idiot. Let me give you some details regarding what just recently happened. Miami Republican Frank Artiles spoke on the floor of the Florida Senate on Wednesday, saying no one deserves to be spoken like that. He apologized for a late-night tirade at the Governor's Club, which is located fairly near to the state capitol. This man berated two black senators during a chat on politics. And what he did was he called the Democratic black members of the state Senate, he called them niggers. And he called them niggers in front of and directly to two black senators. Now, let me give you the context. They were talking about the chairman or the head of the Florida Legislature. And Mr. Artiles said that the chairman of the chairman of the legislature, the head of the legislature, owed his job to 6 niggers that voted for him. Now, not only was the comment that he made racially idiotic, the 6 people that he was talking about were all Democrats, and not one of them voted for the Republican head of the Florida Senate. So he was wrong. But now let's compound matters. A female black representative or senator, I forget which one it is, I guess it's representative. Anyway, let's call them lawmakers. A female black lawmaker approached him about a bill that she had put forth and was asking him about his objection to the bill. This guy had the nerve to call this woman a bitch to her face. Now, I was just talking to somebody who said if that had happened to them, they would have slapped the crap out of them and dealt with the legal ramifications later. And I think quite a few people are of the same, excuse me, are of the same thought as far as not accepting that. He allegedly called, and the lady who he did this to, her name is Gibson. He allegedly called her a bitch and a girl. There were witnesses, and there were so many witnesses that this guy, I guess, saw the handwriting on the wall, went down on the state Senate floor and apologized not only to the two black senators, but to Ms. Gibson as well. Now, it's unclear whether he apologized to the Republican Senate President Joe Negron, who is white, but he was jumping up and down all over him. Now, the black guy said to hell with that, and they have put in a motion to have this guy kicked off of the Senate, and they are able to do so because there's a clause within the rules that any conduct that is unbecoming can be grounds for dismissal from the Senate. So they're going to press that case. Now, he's already been asked to resign, but he has is sticking to his guns and is stating that he's not willing to resign. So now let's see how much the Republicans are going to act holier than thou, particularly given the fact that this guy is absolutely guilty of all the behavior that's not even being alleged, because he's admitted to the behavior, and his disparaging of the president of the Senate. Now, the president hasn't formally come out and disavowed this guy, but he has removed him from one of the chairmanships of the committees that they run through the Senate. So let's see. But here's just another case where a guy let his true feelings out there for everyone to see, and it appears that the Republicans really aren't having a problem with it for the most part.